Greetings, Flosstube.
Greetings, y'all.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the farm.
Crazy Farm.
Take 2. Because the first time I didn't know what I was doing.
Somebody's brain decided to check out.
My brain is checked out today. Today is Monday, January 21st. It is Martin Luther King Day here in the United States, which is a federal holiday. Not that I have the day off, but you're supposed to use the day to go out and honor service in your community. I don't know that this is the best day for that kind of an activity, because let me tell you something, folks. It is a whole whopping 9 degrees here in lovely Elyria, Ohio.
And it snowed about like a foot this weekend.
We got like a foot of snow on Saturday. And it feels like it is currently -4. I think. Last time I looked, I think that's what it said.
I think that would. That's also why you have a different backdrop. We have an old house.
That's why we have a different backdrop.
It is a lot. It's pretty cold upstairs.
The upstairs room, for some reason, the upstairs room where my craft room moved into is really cold. I'm wondering if the heater is set. The heater vent is funny.
No, actually, I wouldn't be just surprised because it's some genius decided to try to heat 2 rooms with 1 duct.
Which is all possible. The old craft room was a lot smaller, so it was easier to heat. But it is cold up there today. I don't want to spend more time than needed up there today. So I was like, we're going to film. We're going to film downstairs in the living room. Give you a different backdrop. You can see our lovely wall.
At least this is a comfy chair and I get to do this.
I know, we're on our new love seat. We've got a couple windows around us. It's a little dark in here. We have to turn a light on when we start showing stuff. So, yeah, it's cold. So.
We spent, the 2 of us working together, took 2 hours to do our driveway. It's not more than 100 feet long.
It wasn't 2 hours. It
That
was only like an hour.
No, because
maybe an hour and a half.
We started at 12:30. We got back at 2:30. At least
We started at 10, and we were done by a little after, by maybe 11:30.
I came back in. It was 12:30 because you said it was past objective. It was past lunchtime. So it's 10:30 to 12:30.
We started a little after 10. We came back in before noon.
Whatever.
It didn't take us an hour. It didn't take us like 2 hours.
Whatever. I looked at the clocks.
So did I. Anyways.
One of us needs a new clock. I'll tickle you.
Anyways. Today we are filming our Flosstube in memory of our dear friend Dennis, who I found out right when I got home this afternoon. Passed away this morning. Dennis was a member of Cross Stitch Club. He was at all of the retreats in Pennsylvania with us.
He was the only other guy for most of them.
He was a wonderful person. He had a great sense of humor. And just was special. And I will miss seeing him when we were back in Harrisburg for our retreats. Very sad. So, I'm very sad. I will miss Dennis. Lynn got to meet Dennis this year. Lynn, one of my good friends. What an awful segue that was. But one of our regular commenters, Lynn, was at the retreat with us and got to meet him. So I'm going to go through comments. Maybe, possibly. I didn't write them down this week. I'm completely off. I'm off today, so.
We're also doing this a little bit earlier than normal because I didn't go to work today because my stomach feels like crud.
So we may interrupt momentarily.
Yeah.
So, So Lynn is telling us she can watch on her phone. She watches on her phone because last week I was trying to explain to Joe why Lynn comments so much. I don't care.
I didn't care. I thought it was funny.
I don't know if it'll... Anyways. So Lynn watches this on her phone. She likes the colors in your...
Dragons of Sumatra.
Yes, she likes Dragons of Sumatra's colors. She said you need to download the whip sound on your phone. For your whip sound.
I got it.
She's loving on Life's Moments and Mr. and Miss Delicious, and she agrees that Sassy Sisters and Brother is a really good new Flosstube. They're adorbs. She asked me... Oh, she also asked me about the material that we're making Your Housewife out of, and I sent her a picture.
Sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what my housewife is made out of.
How about whiskey on ice? Hoosier Apple. Y'all got some interesting names here for your YouTube. Said that our banter makes her smile. I'm glad it makes you smile. Betty Alna wants to know how I don't yawn every time you yawn. Because
long-term resistance to it.
Because you make her yawn. I'm gonna say long-term resistance. I read very weird stuff on the internet. So I read an article about the psychology of yawning when another person yawns, and I know that supposedly they say, I don't know. I've heard different theories, but it seems like there's a psychological connection and looking at the person that's yawning versus not. I know a lot of times when my kids yawn while I'm at work, if I'm looking at them, I will instinctively yawn. But if I am not looking at them, which sounds weird, I'm looking at them, but if I look at him, I yawn.
You're currently looking at me right now. Sort of.
I don't know. I've read that there's some sort of looking face to face with the person that's yawning. It has some sort of psychological trigger to make you yawn.
Look at a little black circle on a handle and cover my face every time that I want to yawn.
I have no idea if it's true. It's just something I've read. Lucinda. Lucinda is the name of character on Sophia the First. She's a good witch. Random crap that's stuffed in my brain. Loves all of our projects. Said her mom is a sewer and is making her first project bag along with needle holders for each bag. That's cool. Needle holders. I know Caroline on Friday Off the Grid will sometimes make needle minders out of extra scraps of fabric because she does Evertotes. She will sometimes make needle minders out of scraps of fabric. I don't know how she does it. Should probably find out because I have plenty of scraps upstairs. So, she wants to know how we started stitching together. How did we start stitching together, darling?
I looked over at you and asked, could you teach me that?
Why did you want to start stitching with me?
Curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought him back.
You literally just were like, oh, I'm curious about that, so I'm going to start stitching. So I'm going to ask you to start stitching?
Mm-hmm.
Teach me how to stitch. Okay.
It's the same reason why I grew my hair down to lower shoulder blades.
He grew his hair out for what? That was probably
2 years, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to know what it was like to have long hair.
Experience long hair, and everybody in my family gave him crap for it because, apparently guys don't have long hair. Whatever. Who cares? It's flipping hair.
And also, not many of them none of them liked my answer. I guess doing something just because you're curious, it doesn't hurt anybody, so why not?
It's hair. It ain't hurting nobody. Heather got super excited because no Flosstubers ever shouted her name out. I love you, Heather. And she was waving back at us. And she said she legitimately was. I saw Heather on Friday. I saw Heather on Friday. She said she would be there with us for Friday Fun Night at Just Stitching. She said that you should design a cross-stitch. Joe, you should design a cat saying words are hard. Best of both worlds. Cat,
Query?
Words are hard.
Did you ever find that disc? I had a crazy idea.
Not yet, but somebody told me a website you can use. Deanna, Tuxie's Twin Stitchers on Instagram, because she's no longer doing Flosstube. Because she's just not enjoying it. And she doesn't have that many viewers. And I kind of get it. Deanna.
The only reason we do this is because there's a chance to banter back and forth.
I will miss seeing your creepy, not family antique pictures over on your wall. But yes. She used a thing on the internet. I'm gonna look. I was gonna look into it, but I squirreled and I forgot.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I have a couple of ideas. One's cool, one's mean.
And really, the reason we do this is because it's fun. We have a good time.
Yep. I don't ever want to be big enough to where we're making money off of it and we start stressing over it.
Look, if I ever start stressing over it, I don't care how big the channel is. We're done.
Bull. If you're making it more money than I make, bull.
So those are all of our comments for the week and questions. Special hello to all of my Just Stitching buddies. Friday night at Fun Night we were talking about, I don't know what we were talking about, but Heather said something about getting super excited about getting a Flosstube shout out, and of course the whole table went, wait, you film Flosstube? So I know Amy said she was gonna come look for my Flosstube channel. If you found us, hello Amy. And Anne, it's Anne, said she was gonna come look for the channel, and I don't know if Mary watches.
If anybody's wondering, the reason why I don't go to Friday Fun Night is no guys allowed.
It is a girls only party, but he is invited to go to stitching night on Tuesdays and pizza nights if there's a fifth Friday, or if there's a fifth Tuesday. We have all kinds of fun. Carolyn?
Hi, this is our cat. He has a much better way of looking at him now.
There's Simon. He's looking like I can't get on the table in front of you. This is not going to help. And Heather wanted to know if he always... They asked me Friday if he always gets in my way when I'm cross-stitching, and I said yes. And I will be literally holding my stitching, and he'll be in my lap, and I will be stitching away, and I'll get the most indignant look when I bonk him in the head.
He doesn't do that with me, probably because of the fact that I don't let him.
Pretty much. All right. So that concludes... Yeah, as he headbutts me. So that is our hello. We're going to go on to whips. Moving along to whips.
Whips.
I was hoping you would do that first. Okay. Would you like to go first?
That's kind of season thing. I know this is a little shiny, so I'm taking it out this time.
It's shiny, so a little reflective-y.
This is Dragons of Sumatra.
I think I just shook the whole situation because something fell next to me. Dragons of Sumatra. Here,
I went a little nuts.
a little?
I got a little bit of work done. This is what was done. This and this I got done. I noticed the pattern after this spot until about here actually goes off from here, not continue. So in order to keep my border idea, I had to jump up to here so I can keep it going. So that way I don't lose my place because this thing's huge and I don't want to count.
You're not confident in your counting skills?
No, I'm very knowledgeable in my lack of counting skills. I have ADHD.
People ask me if cross-stitching is hard. I tell them only when I can't count.
Cross-stitching is not hard. It just sometimes makes you want to pull your hair out because you're like, did I really miscount that by one?
This is turning this too long. I know. I do that all the time. I get very, very, very annoyed with myself. I'm throwing things. Well, neither one of us are on the screen right now. I knocked something over. That's just how it goes around here. So, okay. So I was working on when last we spoke. Doesn't that sound so sophisticated?
Actually, that is very reflective.
That is very reflecty.
That window. In
Yes.
the dining room. Want me to go close those doors? Yes, our dining room has doors.
Our dining room has doors. Instructions just fell.
Timber!
I was working on Design Works Life's Moments. I was trying to finish up this block. Just shove it in him. You gonna put it away for me?
The thing it goes away in is on your side.
No, put it all in there.
Oh.
And I got the block done. So forgive the wrinkles and the creases because I am not one of those people who press my whips before showing them on Flosstube.
Huh?
There are some people who iron their whips before showing them on Flosstube, and I'm not that kind of person.
I'll do that with my finishes.
Yes. So life is finished. I have created life. Closest I will ever come to creating life, but that's another story.
Get a puppy.
I have it all. Stick that in there. So then,
Yes, ma'am. I follow orders.
we did dice roll. I will show you that in a moment because I'm still working on it. So for Santa Sunday, I was working on my Mill Hill kit, Christmas jewels, Peridot. Peridot? Yeah, I think I said it right. And we have not finished. I wish we did.
You're a really cool hot air balloon or the top of some type of Russian tower.
I was really hoping to finish it yesterday, but I didn't. I have a little bubble down here left to do. I think I have maybe 100 stitches left to do. Maybe. All the beading is done, so it is beaded. These green lines are all beads.
Hey, honey.
Every single stitch is bead. What?
Just beat it. Beat it.
I do like Mill Hill kits. They're a lot of beading. Obviously, because Mill Hill is a bead company. But I really do like the Mill Hill kits. They're fun.
I like the way it gives you dimension.
I do too, and it's shiny. I was sitting there stitching on it yesterday going, oh, it's so shiny. So it's going to look really pretty on the tree next year. This year.
Some year.
This year. Okay, so
Every year.
every year. Okay, so inserting dice roll here. Rolling for new project. Roll. What do we get?
6.
What is 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Santa house.
Dun dun dun.
Santa, Santa. Okay. I pulled Tiny Modernist Santa House. Again with shiny. Look, people. I printed out the correct cover, so now you have all of the rooms when you see it. Aren't you so proud of me? I also printed out the chart fully with all of the rooms charted in it. So, and where am I at? There's my progress. There's my progress. So, I'm working this left
Built the
side.
farmstead.
I'm working on houses. I did mountains and said no. I'm working on houses. There's a couple of trees, a nutcracker and a snowman to go. And then we will switch projects for the rotation. And that's... We're flying through whip. We flew through whips today. That's all the whips.
This is you're tired and I don't feel good.
I'm tired, I'm stressed,
Depressed.
I'm depressed.
Finding out a cool person passed away is not fun!
Okay. True story. That's whips.
That's when she hit record.
Something just fell, and I hit record as Joe was laughing.
Yeah. No, I was praying, I swear. Aww.
Real life, people. Real life. Stash acquisitions. Not a whole lot. Because I'm on a Stitch from Stash diet.
You're on a stash diet, yeah.
I'm on a Stash diet, and he just doesn't buy a whole lot of stash.
I don't do 10 projects at once for 2 reasons. One, I don't have the desire to stitch that much, and I don't have the time to stitch that much. So why the heck am I going to do 7 things at once? My brain would pop.
There you go. So, Contrast Uniworks, Glitter House, number 3 showed up at my LNS. I know it's a little shiny. This does not count against my Stitch from Stash because I was already signed up to receive all of them before Stitch from Stash started.
Which is how a lot of people are getting around Stitch from Stash in the months of January and February, I think. I think March and April is when you're going to start to sweat. Just saying. Especially when you said in April there's this big thing in Nashville.
In March, there's this big thing in Nashville, National Needlework Market. Becky Nolan, aka Lucy Beam, has already put a snippet of one of her releases on Instagram, and it's a big red barn. Just saying. At Fun Night, I won a door prize. I won or however you say it, Too Cool from the Snow Rose series. So it's the one with the book. And as you know, these patterns are no longer in production. She stopped designing, stopped distributing to shops, was going to sell them all herself, and decided she did not want to deal with the questions that people were asking and requesting, and decided to just stop selling them altogether, even though people were like, well, why don't you just go back to selling them to shops? The shops can deal with the questions. But she didn't. So, I got that. I won that door prize. And then Heather started working on It's called Tree of Stitches by Bees Needlework in the UK. It is
Hold
a
on.
tree. That doesn't help. It's because it's the that's not helping. It's because it's the
No, the glare. I saw bouncy. I saw images in it.
oh. It's okay. It's okay. It is a tree that is all specialty stitches. That's the best picture I've got of it because there's no cover shot on the PDF. I did buy it. Cost me $14. So, yes, I'm on the hook for $14 in my Stitch from Stash. The end of the month, I will go through my Stitch from Stash monthly recap.
Can we do that down here so when you're doing that I can do this? You love me.
If you end, I think if you end the cycle in the black, you get in for prizes. So, but I am gonna do this. Like Monica and I were talking. Monica's one of my Just Stitching pals. Monica and I were talking today on Instagram. She wants to stitch it with me. Heather's already stitching it. So,
But you don't. Thing is, though, you won't stick to it. If they stick to it and you don't, you're gonna be like, "It's been 3 years and I've already finished it 2 years ago."
that's why I'm doing my whole dice roll rotation thing. So, I guess we're gonna call this a SAL. It was originally released as a SAL through the lady who does Bees Needleworking through Yahoo Group several years ago. I guess we're gonna call it a SAL. I have to go see if Tree of Stitches is hashtagged on Instagram. I'll find all that out. I have my fabric. I'm working on flosses, so I'll let y'all know. I gotta talk to Monica.
By the way, you never kitted out the cats.
You're right. I didn't. You're not done with your surprise stitch yet, are ya?
Yeah, doesn't change the fact you completely forgot.
So?
I would like to have it together, so if we have to go buy thread, we have the 2 to 3 day shipping.
First of all, it's in all DMC. I can go to Joann Fabrics or Pack a Tans.
I'd rather do it via shipping because it's usually half the price.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's the other stuff that's that way? Yes.
Second of all, have you seen my drawers of DMC?
Yeah.
I know we got it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. This is the one who I had to find a fabric for.
I was trying to find my fabric for Tree of Life because I knew I had a piece of even weave that had enough left on it. My piece of even weave from doing my Flosstube tournament. I knew it had enough left on it for Tree of Life, and I knew it was a pretty nice color. I couldn't find it. He had to find it for me. He looked in the place I hadn't looked yet. So, thus concludes Stash Acquisition. And plans. Not much on plans.
Oh, I have a plan. I'm just waiting. I just want to do the announcements part first.
Okay. So, Amber, I fail. I haven't got your magazine in the mail yet. It's been a little. I just fail. I'm not going to say anything else. I just fail.
Yes, just understood that.
I have like literally zero excuses as to why I didn't get it in the mail. I just didn't. So, if you are interested in this Janlin Rag Wrap cross stitch kit, it is a complete kit. It is unopened. It comes with the rope to wrap the fabric around, the chart to stitch the fabric, the chart, all of that to stitch this, everything you need to stitch this. If you're interested in this, go watch last week's video and follow the directions there within.
Comment on that video, not this video.
On that video, please. Because we do ours every 2 weeks. So, that's announcements, plans.
Well, as I said, I asked her earlier, I had a weird idea last week. I want to start making patterns. That's why I'm looking for software to do it.
I gotta look online.
Because I actually play video games that are actually basically cross-stitch patterns but pixelated. Because you have all these different building things, it's 2D with blocks, and I was looking at going, you know what, if I got the right color blocks, I can make cross-stitch patterns in this game?
Guess I'm sitting here making weird faces.
Probably because you think I'm full of it and you don't think I'll do it.
No, I don't. I just... My lip feels funny.
And I plan on having a little bit of fun. As I said, I already have 2 ideas in my head. One is funny and one is sort of kind of mean, but that's why it's funny.
We'll see how that goes. So, my plans are just to kind of keep trucking along with what I've got. I have my next few ornaments planned out because they're part of my Stitch 9 challenge, so that'll help.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I actually watched last week's video because I was bored last night. Part of the reason why I didn't get to doing the dishes until midnight because I was actually watching last week's video, so I didn't remember.
By the way, I'm a bad wife. I asked him to do dishes last night, and I didn't think they got done this morning. And I was ready to rip into him because I didn't think they had gotten done. He had actually done the dishes.
Yeah, I actually realized it was midnight after watching a couple videos, and I need to get the dishes done. All of the pots she likes to cook with are dirty. I need to make sure she has something to cook with. So I went downstairs and I got as much done, making sure to get the pots done. And then I just look at that and I'm like, really? I did it this day.
In my rushing around this morning, I saw stuff still in the sink, and I didn't think he had done any of the dishes. My bad.
Considering the fact you were kind and emptied the dish rack for me.
I did.
And I completely filled it where there is a giant, like, what is it, like a 1-2 gallon pot in there?
I don't know how big the Instapot insert is.
It's the big...
I think it's bigger than 8 quarts.
It's the 9-quart one, right?
My Instapot is an 8-quart, but I think it hold like that.
Yeah, up to the fill line.
The insert, is bigger because you only go up to
the
fill
line. It's bigger than it's bigger than 2 gallons.
Like
pot sitting on top of the dish rack on top of everything else. Yeah, and I'm like, do I have to take pictures?
No.
No, she believed me. She was like, oh, okay.
Just in my rushing,
Of all the responses I could have given you for that one, that was probably the one you were not expecting, was it?
True story. I'm cooking dinner. I cooked dinner in the Instapot. It's actually cooked. It's sitting.
Yeah, because it's going to be a little while. Because I'm not going to eat for another, 2 hours.
Well, that's fine. I can sit in the Instapot because the Instapot, when it's all done with its cycle, goes to keep warm.
It goes from pressure cooker to crock pot. Why do you think I let you buy the damn thing?
My best trick in my Instant Pot is, I don't know, I have 2 best tricks in my Instant Pot. It is either beef and noodles, or it is black beans, dried, in 45 minutes.
Okay.
So.
So,
that's it for the week.
This is a short video.
Probably going to be a short video this week.
As I said, I don't feel good and you're tired.
Shortening the videos. Concise,
Actually,
keep to the point.
I hate to break it to you, but at least one person enjoyed the banter, so we don't have the part that she liked.
Oh, I think we have banter.
Yeah, but
banter.
Yeah, but I don't think... Does anybody actually mind the longer videos? Because usually it's just you and me having fun.
Some people like the longer videos. Some people don't like the longer videos. I try to keep them my wish is to keep them around 45 minutes-ish. Because I feel like that's long enough for the long people lovers. But the way we have it split up so that if you're really only here to see the whips, you can see the whips and then be done, is my thinking. I know that a lot of my friends watch them because they don't get to see us that much, because most of my stitching friends are my
require 8-hour trip.
Are my only friends, and they live really far away.
Except for the people at Just Stitching.
Except for my Just Stitching friends.
And your husband.
My new friends at Just Stitching, who I love and adore. Heather said you interrupted me an awful lot, by the way.
So?
See, Heather? I told you, I was like, he doesn't care.
Well, it's one of those, I can't do anything about it. I try not to do it. That's the freaked up part.
I love you, honey.
I love you.
Okay. Well, that is this week's video.
Hey, do you prefer up there or down here backdrop?
There's like nothing behind us in either one, so. But yeah.
No, there's no closet. And me personally, I'm very comfy. And I'm holding my
comfy
wife.
right here.
Well,
there
this
is a picture above us. Let me tilt the camera up slightly. There's a picture above us. I did not do that. So it's a flag. It's a piece of fabric. It's a flag, and it's got the Pledge of Allegiance hand embroidered on it. I did not do it. He did not do it. I bought it at a craft show 7 or 8 years ago. It's been 7 now. I bought it for my mom for Christmas. She came over to my house, a month after we bought our house, and hung it on my wall.
While we were not home.
While I was not home. She comes over and puts up a whole bunch of crap on my walls.
Not crap.
Puts a whole bunch of stuff on my walls. And I walked in my house and I went, I looked at the dog and I went, Delilah, Grandma was here, wasn't she? And I called my mother and I said, Mom, why is your Christmas gift hanging on my wall? And she goes, because it looks better in your house. So hopefully I buy a house that it doesn't look so good in, and I can give it back to her. She won't let me. I know my mother.
So make your own and give it back to her.
Or I could. Well, that's why I have plans to make her something else to give her that's a flag. But, so, that's our backdrop. So, tell us which backdrop you like. And that's it. We're done for the week. We will see you guys next time.
Like, favorite, share, comment, bell notification icon.
And I always forget to do this until I have the video completely edited together and I go to post it and I realize I never said welcome to all of our returning viewers and welcome to all of our new subscribers.
Shouldn't it be said do you have to cut that and put that in the front?
That should be said at the front. I'm not going to cut it this week and put it at the front. Hopefully I start remembering.
You know what? I'm just going to get us a little marker board.
With a little dry erase board.
Yeah, and just put the list of stuff we have to do.
We're going to be scripted.
No, we're going to have an outline. No script.
We're never scripted.
Yeah, because I go off script every 5 seconds. You'd be pissed off because I didn't go on it. Bye.
Okay.